Hello everybody. Just started the Lucky Spot competition here. So I'm trying to get things on top of where it's supposed to be. There we go. So I can read your chat if anybody comes to chat. So let's see. Gotta get down here. There we go. Let's see if I can catch any fish. Hadn't fished this in a long time, and the fish have moved. I know that. Because I tried my other spot where I always caught them just a little bit ago. Didn't have any luck. Well, let's see what happens here. Try a couple different casts. Missed that one. Somebody done caught it. Man, it's only been going on for 2 minutes. Somebody's already caught an 8-pound uni. That's cool. Let's see, it's 6:15 p.m. Oh, sunny. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of people in this competition.
Hey, Dad.
Yes, sir.
It's 4 layers.
Do what?
I'm just letting you know it's 4 layers.
I just didn't understand what you said.
Can I move you? I'm going to go ahead and do Kelly's.
No, his is okay.
Huh?
His is okay.
Have you seen the backyard?
No. Do what you're going to do. You want to move my truck?
Keys are on the wall.
Yeah.
Well, on the chest.
Yeah. Put the dogs inside. Here's a nice one. That's not going to work over there. Let's try right out here. Maybe. Yes, hi, buddy. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Well, we'll find out, Colin. Ain't caught one yet. Thank you for joining me. This could be painful. I haven't fished in this competition in a long time. And I came and practiced a little bit, and everywhere else that I knew the spots were, they weren't. So they kind of moved them around a little bit. So I'm just trying to see what I can do. Hey, if you don't enter the competition for definite sure, you ain't going to do it. You ain't going to come in first, second, or third. You ain't even going to come in last. It's like people say, I don't buy lottery tickets. I never want to win. Well, there's 100% guarantee that if you don't buy a ticket, you ain't going to win. Ain't no doubt about it. Can you tell whether or not there's any lag today in when I'm talking and when you hear what I'm saying? Or what I'm fishing or what? There you go. There's another nice one. 8-pounder. Oop, missed that one. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Am I responding to your text as soon as you post it? I guess that's what I'm asking. Because obviously you're responding. Okay. Well, that's a good thing. You're reeling in fish. Yeah. So thank you. Last night it was terrible. They said I had about a 5-minute lag between when y'all posted your chat and when I responded to it. Oh, we got a little one. We'll take it. It's a start. Oh, don't lose it. Oh, come on, don't lose it. Here we go. Oh, come on now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, thank you. Woo. Sometimes you get that white circle of death, and that's what it is. A white circle of death. Like on the old Nintendos. Yes, pretty place. But a cavern? You went spelunking? I used to spelunk. There's some friends of mine and I went in a cave about a year before they opened up. It wasn't a raw cave because they'd done some work in there, but it was huge. They had it all fenced off and gated, and my buddy and I and two girls skipped school and went over. It's over in Middle Tennessee. And my buddy could do a little bit of everything. He picked a lock on the gate. We went in, locked the gate back, parked the car where nobody could see it. They drove up there. And we went back in there, and there was a room, had a stalagmite, stalactite in the middle, came from the floor and from the ceiling and met. And it had to be 20 feet in diameter. It was humongous. The room was probably 100 to 125 feet in diameter. It was a humongous room. And there were passages leading off. So we go down one. And we walk back in there where you could tell it had been a riverbed by the markings on the wall, and the mud on the floor was about 3 inches thick, and you couldn't just walk. You had to slide your feet along because you try to pick your feet up and it just would suck your feet back down. Well, we went in there and walked back there, I know a good 1.5 miles, 2 miles, and it got a little smaller, and then we came to a wall that had one little tiny hole over on the right hand side. We shined a flashlight through there and couldn't see how deep it went, but the dust was settling. Yes, but it looked like the dust was still settling, and the rocks were all, kind of stacked up against each other irregularly. And I looked at Steve and I said, I probably don't want to go through that hole because we don't need to get back in there and this wall come down. He said, no, I don't think so either. So we went walking back out and peeled around a long time, but it was so cool, just absolutely gorgeous. Then there's a cave up here north of my house, another area of town, north and west, that the kids all hang around in. Go there and party and raise Cain. It's a big cave. Got a small opening in the side of a rock wall, and you go through it, and it just, come on, fish, don't do that to me. Hit it. You go down a little incline, and it just opens up in another huge room. Dogs and cats love it because when it's hot and humid outside, they can go in there and cool off. I always want to go to Mammoth Cave. I thought that'd be a cool place to go see. Then we have a thing here north of my house called the Underground, what's it called? Underground River? Crystal Cave? I don't remember the name of it, but they got black glass bottom boats that take you back in there, and you can see the blind catfish swimming along the bottom. That's pretty cool. I didn't go. My wife's been there a couple times with people when they come from out of town. I don't remember the name of it though. It's about 35, 40 miles north of me. Well, people catching these unis, I ain't having any luck right now. Let's get back. Oh, mercy. Back over here. We'll try this a couple more casts, and we'll go back over here somewhere else. Blind catfish. Yep, they got no eyes. Their head's smooth. They got, and they're albino. They're just solid white. I saw pictures. Wish I can remember the name of that. I think it's Crystal Cave or Crystal Cavern, something like that. Of course, we have Ruby Falls here in Lookout Mountain. And I've been there when Ruby Falls was gushing. I mean, gushing. Whiskers, catfish, most of the time use their whiskers to find food anyhow. That they use it for smelling and feeling. Oh, Lookout Mountain, yeah, the Ruby Falls. I've seen it gushing after a lot of rain. I've also been there when it wasn't the size of a pencil. I took some people up there once to come out of town. There you go, RQ. Way to go, buddy. Nice one, RQ, see. That's one of my buddies. So let's go down here and try this other spot. You never know. You never know. You never know. Well, I didn't get blanked. Got one fish. Doo-doo-doo. Can't use a walker over here. I'm dragging across the top of. He's the one of the gentlemen I talked about that does a lot of practicing. He just, RQC, buddy of mine, he just mainly does competitions. And he practices, he spent a lot of time in them. I'd rather just fish and have fun, but every once in a while something like this, it's just a lucky spot. Got him another one. See, this is where I used to catch my unis. After 7 o'clock. We'll see. Let me try that other cast, that other reel. Oops. Throwed it back at myself, didn't I? Well, I ain't exactly setting the world on fire, am I? Oh, I missed it. That was a good hit. Oh, Lordy. Yes, they are. Worth a good bit of money. Especially the unis. Do you see that? I gotta remember, trust the lure to bring it all the way in. That could have been the big fish of the tournament. Or the competition, who knows. I was fishing over there where I was fishing to the right of that walkway, and I kept having big fish hit it and knock my lure way to the left or right. I never could get them to hook up. When this competition's over, my wife is cooking Sunday lunch or dinner, whatever you want to call it, midday meal. She's got a new recipe that she coats pork with, pork chops, pork roast, and then air fries it. Oh man, it is just unbelievably good. Something she got off the internet. See there? See where it knocked that lure? Way off to the right. Those are the ones I don't seem to be able to hook up. Never have been able to. Got to be a secret to it somehow, and I just have never learned it. Those are the ones you got to hook up. Those are your winning fish. But all you can do is do what you do with what you know. There you go. That's good money. May have to go back out there where I was. I saw something moving over there. Turn my light on. Send SOS signal to them. Yeah, the competition is about half over. I would like to catch one uni. That'd be nice. At least one. When you finally get to where you can go down there, you're going to love Blue Crab Island and Maku Maku. I mean, you got to have some big rigs, but you will love it. There's some big fish, little fish. Yep. Now, if you want to catch some salmon, put a 3-foot crawl colored crank on and cast it. There's if you look from the left end of the dock, if you look up across, there's kind of about a 45-degree angle to your right from the end of the dock. There's two mountain peaks. And if you cast out about 130, 140 feet with that 3-foot crank and bring it in one speed, you'll catch a bunch of Atlantic salmon that way too. Their money's not too bad. Sometimes they're a little easier to catch than a lake trout. You can also catch lake trout with a 1/2 ounce jig and a 3-inch red grub. Let it go down about a third of the depth, and bring it back 3-speed. You stop and go about a third of the way down. You catch lake trout with that too. That way, if you catch them with lures, it's not costing you for bait. Somebody's already caught 5. You gotta have 5 unis to have 40 pounds. That's awesome. Awesome full. This is an exercise in futility, right? Look at it, 3 in a row. That is really cool. You got to put the time into practice to find, oops, missed that one, to find the fish. Got to hunt them and find them. Yep. Works. Big Boy Gaming was going to go an event. He plays PS4. Was going to go an event and wanted to know if I'd give him any advice on salmon. I told him that. And I said, well, I'll just come up there. Ooh, did you look at that? He said, hit that lure as soon as it hit the water, but it didn't hook up. And I told him, try to use that 3-foot crawl crank. I don't know if it's a different platform or whatever, but he didn't have much luck. I went up there and I just caught him one right after another. Trophies, commons, no unis. I don't know if there's any unis Atlantics up there or not, but I just caught him one right after another. Right where I told him to fish, and he said he'd keep working at it. So I hope I gave him some good advice. Oh, up there? Yeah. Up by the rock wall and the log? Yeah. Mike does a lot of moving around. And
My grass is still wet.
okay.
It's too wet. Kelly's was fine, but ours isn't.
Okay. Well, just later on. At your convenience. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Let's try this one while I was doing that other one. Reel and pop it. Reel a bit and pop it. Oh, see there? Took that one underneath the lily pads. Well, I got a little one. That's better than nothing. Better than nothing. If it's a bass. It's a fish. It's money. Okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I know it seemed like that's all I ever caught up there. And I guess it looks like the stream and the chat are working good together so that I can respond to your chat just after you type it. Like I said last night, it was terrible. Boy, they keep putting it down underneath the lily pads, don't they? Hit it and run, hit and run. Oh, have I got me a trophy? Have I finally got me a trophy? Have I got me a trophy? Yes. All right. Ah. Thank you, game. Thank you, game. Like I say, most of these tournaments I don't enter expecting to win, but I enter and have fun. It's like I used to tell my kids when I coached baseball. If you think every tournament you enter you're going to win, it ain't going to happen. If you enter to have fun, and thank you, and just for the experience and the joy of competing, you're ahead of the game. But if every time you enter and think you're going to win, you're going to be sorely disappointed. And that's baseball. Baseball is set up for people to fail. Like I said before, old Ted Williams, back here behind me, one of the greatest ever, had a little over 300 lifetime batting average, which means 70% of the time he failed. 70%. So was he a failure? Oh no. One of the greatest ever. He'd be one of them $40, $50 million men nowadays. I read an article once a few years back when Joe Mauer signed the lifetime contract. I think it was with Montreal. Might have been Toronto. Anyhow, one of the Canadian teams. He signed for 5 years for $454 million. That's $90 million a year. Whoa. And it didn't matter whether he played or not. The way the contract was written up. Good. A rattlesnake, I'll give it a try. Doesn't hurt to try, does it? Oops, I got me a uni maybe. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. Oh, mercy. Oh, mercy. Nope, it's a bowfin. Well, let's put it on and see what we got. I like to bring it to the top of the water. Everybody has their own system. Let's see what happens. Can't do any worse than I am, that's for sure. Oh, me. Won't take long to get to the top here. The water's shallow. Shallow. Got something. Got something. Got something. Bowfin. Let's try it over here. I'm afraid it's going to get hung up in the... See that fish activity over there? I'm afraid it's going to get hung up in the lily pads. Find out. Oh, he is loud. He's trying to tell me something's going on out. He's a herder par excellence, buddy. Anything goes up and down the street. Let's see, see that fish hit that? One of these days I'll figure out, or somebody will figure out how to turn those into catches instead of just hits. And we'll have something. We will have something. Yeah, I don't have any guns in the house. I don't need them. Whenever anybody comes anywhere near this house, he goes out off like that, and they know they don't need to come in this house. I thought about putting a sign out front, beware of big dog. I've been there, done that. But you keep on fishing, get that XP while you're there. If you still got time left in the peak, keep on fishing, get that XP. Don't waste it. Especially when you're trying to level up. Well, I'm round 50th, at least so far. I'm at top 100. That's better than the 134 I was earlier. And this thing ends at 2 o'clock, I think. 2 o'clock real time. That gives plenty of people time to get in. Hey, Wicked! Be careful there. You get in trouble. Colin says that my stream's working better today. That when y'all type and I respond, there's no 5-minute lag. So that I like that. That's pretty good for y'all and me. I didn't watch the video last night. I just deleted it. There was no point. Oops, too far. Yeah. Well, he is too. But people don't know that when they come to the front door. Giant Salvina. I think Dark Holden Watch what I need for that plaque for that one. And I thought I'd caught it before, but I guess I hadn't. Dark Hornwort. Well, at least I'm not 134th. I was earlier. Oh, do I have me a trophy? A trophy or another pickerel? Yep, chain pickerel. Let me go back to my X-Series frog popper. There we go. Oh, that's X-Series frog. There's a popper. I tried X-Series frog, nothing hit it, which is kind of weird. In a minute, I'll show you y'all what I'm going to be giving away. Maybe, I don't know, one of these days, we'll have a bunch of people online with me. I'll say, everybody just hold on. And that would figure. And I'll just say, hold on, we're going to have a drawing. Like the other day, I had 63 people online. That would have been a good time. And let me turn it on. It's a lighted mouse pad, a nice one. I'll have to turn my lights off where you can see it good. But it's got lights that go all the way around it. You can adjust them to different colors or different schemes. It'll change colors, go round the edge, or be a solid color. There's 15 different patterns, and if you can see what I got around the border of my stream, I like it. Neon green, and that's what I got it set on now. It's a MOKO mouse pad. I bought several so we could give them away. Cool. Wicked, you are a plethora, like me, of knowledge. I say I'm a plethora of useless knowledge, which comes in real handy when I watch Jeopardy, because I know a lot of the answers, a lot of them I can't come up with. Well, I dropped down below the top 50. I tell you, when I entered these competitions, it's got 100 plus people in it. I figure if I'm in the top 100, I've done pretty good. Top 75 is for me, that's a personal victory. Gobbledygook, yeah. I'd like to have another trophy. That might get me back in the top 50. Oh, come on. Like they used to sing on Hee Haw. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. Let's try my older son come up with a different retrieve too. It's pop, pop, pull. Pop, pop, pull. Let's see what happens. Pop, pop, pull. Pop, pop, pull. It worked for him down in Florida. We'll do it a couple times, see if it does any good. Can't do any worse than what I'm doing now on my own. Yeah. Boogity, boogity, boogity. But all you got to do, believe me, all you got to do is go on YouTube, and you can. I'm doing fine. How are you? Frank the Man. Glad to see you here, buddy. There's me a uni. All right, I got one. That put me in the top 50. Yes, all right. Way to go. So Pop Pop Pool got me a uni. A little uni, but it's still yellow. And how are you, Frank? You doing okay this day? I'm going to fish it a little bit longer after this competition. I'll go see if I can't catch some gar. No, I know what I'm going to do. Let me look and see what the weather is. Try to catch some uni largemouth. And then my wife will have dinner ready. Lunch and dinner combined. But she doesn't cook at all on Saturdays. On Sunday, she just cooks a midday meal. And we're having air fried coated pork chops. Oh, Can't wait, can't wait. They're so good. Oops, I forgot. Pop, pop, pull. Been longer than 5 seconds. Wait a minute. That's my line. I say this. People say, "Hey, Ars, I'm above ground and not in the urn," because everybody that knows me, all my family knows that my desire is to be cremated. There's 2 things that I really, really like besides God, family, and country. I like baseball and I like fishing. I really, some of the best times of my life was coaching baseball, younger kids up to 16. After that, they know it all. You can't coach them very good. But anyhow, they know to take some of the ashes and go up to my high school here where I coached and scatter some on the home plate in the dirt or out on the pitcher's mound if it's not covered up. And just scratch it in so nobody will know it. And then take the rest of it and just throw it out in the Tennessee River. Well, if everybody wants to sluice, we're going to get in trouble. And just throw it out in the Tennessee River. That way, I become a part of 2 things that I really, really like. Baseball and fishing. Missed that one. Well, I ain't got much longer. A little less than 2 minutes. I'd like to catch one more trophy. That'd be nice. Maybe that would keep me in the top 50. I did this one time, and I got really, really lucky. And I was number 8, and a guy caught one and put me to number 11, and then I hooked one, and I could tell it was a uni, and as I was reeling it in, the horn sounded. I mean, it was like 3 seconds. I needed 3 seconds to get that, and it was a uni. I needed 3 seconds to get it in. Didn't happen. Well, thank you. There's that trophy I wanted. That might keep me in the top 50. 39 so far, but there's still a lot of people to finish. Well, if I catch one now, just about got enough time to get it in. Did better than I thought it would. One more cast. Probably gonna be it. Now I ain't even gonna get this in. 14 seconds. Start counting down. Yep. Hello, Schlitz. That's it. Well, I slipped from 39th to 41st, but I'm still in the top 50. I hope I finish that way. That'd be nice. Good afternoon to you too. Good afternoon to you too. Well, 41. I probably won't stay in the top 50.